the law of attraction and the manifestation, it works, but in the beginning, you really need to grind it out, right? I saw a tweet on Twitter the other day about a guy saying, yeah, that law of manifestation, the law of attraction, it works and all, but in the beginning, you really have to grind it out. I'm going to be honest. And I kind of agree with that. Now, in my opinion, you should be doing both. You should be using the law of manifestation. You should be using the law of attraction. You should be meditating. But in the beginning, especially when you're starting a new business and when you're starting a new venture, you really gotta put your ego to the side and you gotta do all you can to get successful, right? Some guys, they're like, okay, I don't want to try too hard. I don't want to chase. I don't want to make it seem like I'm thirsty for what I want. I just want to meditate and attract what I want. Brother, I'm not gonna lie, that works. It does work. But if you just started a business and you think you're just gonna meditate on attracting people to that business, and if you just started whatever it is that you're doing when it comes to making money, and you think you're just gonna meditate and the universe is gonna give it to you, it might work on a long enough time frame. But in the beginning, when starting any type of business, when you're starting any type of venture or any type of hobby, you really need to put yourself out there. Sometimes you really need to go try hard in the beginning of something. You really need to do it in the beginning of something just to get it off the ground, just to get your plane to have enough fuel to get up in the air. Now, when an airplane is finally up in the air and they reach altitude, they actually don't use much gas in the engine. It kind of just stays gliding. You know what I'm saying? It's like a squirrel. If you guys ever seen these gliding squirrels, they're squirrels that glide through the air. The squirrel has to use a lot of energy to get up to the tree and all that. Like, they gotta climb up the tree, they gotta use a lot of energy to get up the tree. But once they're up in those branches, they gotta glide to another tree. It doesn't take much energy. They just hop off and they put out their arms like that. So in the beginning of starting anything, if you're at rock bottom, if you're starting with square one, you really gotta spend lots of energy. You gotta put your ego to the side and say, I don't care if I look like a tryhard. I need to do the legwork. I need to get this plane off the ground. Because a lot of people, they never get their planes off the ground. And they're driving their planes and they're like, why isn't my plane flying? Because sometimes you really need to do the legwork, put your ego aside and say, I don't care if I look like a tryhard. I need to do everything I can to get this plane off the ground. And once this plane is in the air, I know it's gonna be smooth sailing after that. And I'm still gonna put in the work to keep it in the air, but it's gonna be a lot easier than before this plane is off the ground.